start the change management early, get your employees on board as early as possible, make sure you're getting that sense of alignment across the organization, and certainly bring your HR into it quite early, right? And that in itself brings its own challenges, to be honest. I've had a couple of experiences where that can be a good and a bad thing. But I think what's important there, and some of the small hints to take away, is make sure you're involving the right mindset of individuals from an HR perspective, right? And open-mindedness is an important consideration here. There's got to be an open-mindedness and flexibility of thinking and really thinking a little bit out of the box when it comes to an HR perspective. One of the biggest decisions that between strategy and execution that often gets left is a tactical decision, right? And a tactical decision makes a massive difference to how you bring your employees closer to the journey, right? Because the tactical decisions are, how are we going to run this journey? Are we going to run it totally internally, internally sourced? Are we going to augment this with some resources from the outside? Are we going to outsource a lot of it as co-creation potentially? Are we going to procure turnkey solutions around this? Those decisions really change the shift, and they really change the makeup of the teams that you bring closer to you, as part of the journey. So I think it's very important that, as we move forward, we work, as a team, from our perspective, we work quite strongly in the strategy, tech, data, process space, and then we use great partners like yourselves, Nicole and Jenny from HR Services. To help us get the people aspect done well, leadership alignment, change management, ensuring there's the continuous learning, and then effectively making sure employees are enabled through the process. I think that's a critical component of the entire thing, and often not given the attention it really deserves. I don't think there's that replacement of resources, but I really believe where we should be focusing our attention on is figuring out how we augment human resource with intelligence and tech. Right? There's an augmentation opportunity that's really at the doorstep, and I think that's where the real value sits in how you bring people closer to this. And really, it's not a case of going, there's a future that really changes the makeup of people we have, but surely I agree there's a change of skills and capabilities you're going to need in that space, and it's very different per organization, right? It depends how you're executing, how you deliver, how you maintain support and constantly change that. So that the people aspect certainly want to be considered. I think one of the more practical aspects around it is make sure there's dispel any misunderstandings about what you're trying to achieve as an organization. It's very quick for myths to fly around the organization, corridor conversations, or these days there's not much corridor conversations. But you get what I mean. There's many myths that get created through these digital transformations. I think you need to dispel those quite crystal clear, dispel those in a way that keeps people engaged, keeps people interested, and certainly people want to understand, what about me in this job? And I'm not talking about a group of people, I'm talking about an individual needs to understand what it means to them and how they fit into it, and what opportunities lie in there for them. Certainly from a point of going, there is a future here, in some shape or form, irrelevant what the strategy comes out with. But I have to admit, there are going to be areas where some of those HR considerations and risks need to be looked clearly and carefully, because there will be some losses along the way. But I don't think that should become the pivotal conversation when you're taking on this journey. It should become the center of the conversation. It's certainly a consideration. I think for me, a key point out of that is it's not replacement, it's augmentation. And creating effectiveness and value through that augmentation.